Sure. Good morning. It's Marylee Nunley from United Stroke Alliance, and I'm just happy to be here in Peoria on this beautiful Friday morning. United Stroke Alliance is about the prevention, awareness, and recovery from stroke. And my mission with all of these Facebook Lives has been to inform and entertain and educate and all of those things. So I've got this backdrop here this morning, which is it flooring?
That's tile.
Tile choices. So I am at CT Gabbert Remodeling and Construction in downtown Peoria. And Chuck has been a friend of mine for many years. He has been in my business networking group, and those of you that watch regularly know that I keep interviewing my business networking friends because they're a wealth of information and knowledge. Chuck is available in the greater central Illinois area for remodels and consultation. If you're outside the area, I'm hoping that the information he shares this morning can be transferred into, or translated, I guess, into your area and find some. But maybe he can help you ask the right questions and find out the answers that are appropriate for your needs. Because we're going to talk today about, what is it, universal
design.
Universal design, rather than handicapped accessible. It's universal design because it looks nice. I'm going to turn the camera around and let Chuck start talking, and then we're going to kind of have a tour. We've got some things on the big screen we might show, so we're going to do our best to help you with decisions that you make to make your home the safest and the best it possibly can be, whether it's a stroke handicap, aging, maybe some of you have an aging parent that could benefit. Chuck has lots of stories, and I'll temper it if he gets to go into too many stories. Anyway, Chuck Gabbert, here we go. You are on camera.
Thank you. It's good to see you guys. Although I can't see you, but it's good to see you.
It's good they can see you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Well, I think what we want to talk about is ways to make your house safer, more comfortable, and even a little more fun, probably. We have a lot of products here that would be considered handicap accessible, but that doesn't mean it has to look like a hospital. We want things to be easy to take care of. We want it to be safe, and we want you to enjoy where you're living and help you stay in your home, because that's a big deal. And, you know, if having the bathroom safe and easy to access is one of the major things that will keep people in their home, will let people stay in their home. Oh, people will have to move out of their home. We run into this a lot, where people have their laundry, say in the basement. They have to go up and down the stairs. They all of a sudden have issues where they can't get up and down the stairs, but they've got a 2, 3, 4 bedroom house, whatever the case may be, and we can move that up into that bedroom and make that basically into their laundry room. And anything else that they might need at the time, you know, they may need a little more closet space or different storage or who knows what. But a lot of times you've got that space in your home, and it's a lot of times better to just reinvent that or repurpose that than it is to have to move out somewhere else. So
you know, I think, Chuck, we're all living longer, and I think one of the things, in addition to our population of survivors, everyone is living longer. So my friend Chuck is having a little volume issue, but it's as loud as it'll go, Chuck Jones, so we're going to continue. And I'm going to tell this Chuck to talk a little louder. So not only the handicapped individuals that I deal with all the time, it would be anyone who wants to stay in their home as long as they possibly can.
Well, that, Marylee, and I'll tell you what, a lot of what we do is not for, we're not doing the work for people that are, you know,
90.
70, 80, 90 years old. We're doing it for people 30, 40, 50 years old, because they just like it. It's cool. They think it's nice. They see that it's like and I'll show you this. We do low profile shower bases, or we do no profile where it's perfectly flat. People love that. They think that's super cool. Now, it happens to make that very accessible to people, to everybody that's got a problem. They can't hardly see this. I don't even mean, I should hold it up. See, this is a shower base with this is even a shorter step in than normal. But if you look at this one, see the difference there? That's a huge difference when you're trying to step up and in. And by the time we get the floor built up, you're talking maybe a half an inch that you'd have to come up. That's usually doable, you know. And then we'll take a grab bar, and you know, all the grab bar you see are generally they're running this way, you know, on the back wall of a shower or in a tub. Well, sometimes you need it going this way when you're stepping over. Sorry, Marylee.
There we go.
Whoa.
There you go.
But you need to step over, and you just want a little bit of stability. So we've got a shorter one and a different way of approaching it. But basically, you're going up and down. So the thing that you really want is you want somebody, when it comes time to remodel your house or make it safer and more accessible, you want to work with somebody that will listen. I'm a certified aging in place specialist. I've taken all the classes with the National Association of Home Builders. We go build ramps for people. We do room additions for people to make that part of the house fully accessible. We'll do a big thing is they can't get out. You know, you can't get outside, and or they don't have a place to get outside, and that's a big deal. You know, if you're just sitting around all the time watching TV, you're going to fade pretty fast. But if you can get outside and just enjoy the outdoors and get, you know, we'll do a door going out the back, no threshold. You know, go right out if you're in a wheelchair or if you have trouble lifting your leg or what have you. You can get right out and get flat out onto that deck, and then we'll make the ramp down and out. I can't count the times that we'll do something like that, or a ramp or what have you. People say, hey, that changed my life. Mm-hmm. You know, just as we're going to show you a grab bar here in a minute, that the people that I've put that in for, and it's not a huge thing, it's not a huge deal, but it seriously changes the way that they're able to function and the way that their life is. And then if they can then use the restroom and stuff and not have to have help, somebody there to help them, that's a pretty huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to walk around a little bit.
Should we walk around? Got anything up here?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
We got a couple of things up here.
We're going to show you a couple of things up here.
We're going to see how this goes.
Okay, we'll give this a try. Jamie's going to show you just a couple of different things that you might not think about.
Yeah, bring them full screen.
That's now that's a ramp on a public library, you know. But people couldn't get in and out of that library, so we built a ramp, and it looks nice. It's got a nice looking rail. It's not.
And I'm coming around.
Clunky. Yeah, come on around.
Pardon me, I'm coming around so I can get a little closer.
Change it, Jamie. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
And we're going to go in. I'm going to go into the kitchen, so keep moving that. We're going to show you that live. There's a shower. I'm just talking about it. That floor is perfectly flat. So if you need to go in and out, it's perfectly flat. Now these people didn't particularly need the shower that was accessible. They liked that because it was cool. Everybody that goes in that bathroom thinks that's super cool. That's a really neat shower too. Big. See how big it is? It's like 5 by 6. But you can get in there and turn around. That's the biggest thing. Keep going, Jamie. That's just another one. But see the flip down seats, and we've got one of those here too. So that gives the big area for somebody that if you can stand up, you flip the seat down and they can sit down, and it's got this handheld. And we'll show you handheld here.
Okay.
All right. See, grab bars don't necessarily have to look clunky. That's kind of a good looking grab bar. And it works. Go ahead, Jamie. Oh, there you go. That's a cool. That's a group of Rotary guys that we get together and go build ramps for people. So that was somebody that needed help, and she was having a hard time getting in and out. We just went out and built her a ramp. I was out at Camp Big Sky, which maybe a lot of you people know.
Local people might know.
And we were out helping build a pavilion this past weekend for them. So
why didn't you wait till this weekend when it's going to be nice?
It was nice enough.
Okay.
You should see the stuff we work in. So this is trying to get things down and low if you're in a wheelchair. We're going to go back in our kitchen too. So
okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. I'll follow you.
All right. There's Ray. Want to see Ray? Oh, come here, Ray. There you go, attaboy. All right, now get out of here, Ray.
The CT Gabbert remodeling mascot.
That's Ray. So here's the thing. We always talk about, people talk about they need grab bars, but nobody wants grab bars because they think they look like a grab bar.
Old people.
So look at this shower, and you say, where the heck's that grab bar? It's right there. That's a grab bar.
Is that it?
That is a grab bar. It looks slick. These go, you can put them on, take them off. But that's a grab bar. But that looks pretty cool. And then this goes back on. Here's a nice chair. It doesn't look, it's not the old four-legger plastic thing, but sit there. Nice. It's just some of these things that are good, and a lot of times you don't want to sit clear down. You just need someplace to lean.
That's true. Sometimes getting up from sitting down is hard.
So this has you down, and then you've got the grab bar, and you're right back up. Wow. So it's a lot of these things that, I don't know, people just aren't used to seeing. This is cool. This is that one I was telling you about.
I'm going to come over here.
So we put this grab bar in. This is a sample, so we can take it out. And a lot of times you might use this where there isn't a sink, right next to you. But
come on this side, Chuck, so I can get a better picture. There we go.
This will flip up, so you can get in there. So if you're in a wheelchair, you go in, transfer. We always use slow close, except for this one. There it goes. But so you go in, you can use that, and then when you sit, then this can come back down. Well, then you got a place to grab to get up. That's the biggest thing, is getting up. But we did, seriously, we put it in for a guy. That was all we did at his house. And he said, you don't know how much that changed his life, because he didn't have to call somebody to help him get back up.
And that can go on either side.
Either side.
Okay.
Yep. Or on both sides.
Yeah, or both. Okay.
And it gives you a lip here or here. If you're taller or shorter, there's a different.
And this is the
paper holder too.
That's the toilet paper holder.
Yeah,
I was excited to see that.
Yeah, and it's adjustable height. You can see the legs adjustable. So people like that a lot. And it's a simple thing, but it's super cool. Here, I'll just show you. This is a handheld but it looks like a shower, and then this pulls out of the middle.
Oh. Okay.
And it locks back in.
Do that one more time.
Pull it out. It's adjustable. Here, I'm going to turn the water on for you, Marylee.
Oh, no, I'm good. I've had my shower this morning, but thanks. So I have a question. When it's not handheld, the water comes out of the whole thing. When you pull the handheld, does the other water stop?
It can come out of all of it, or you push this, and then it adjusts, so it'll come out of here or not.
Got it.
Or it'll just come out of here.
Okay.
And there's several settings on that. And then we can put this on a bar that'll slide up and down too. Okay. So.
Wow.
Yeah, this one I like. I go out and run or work out, and I come back and use this. I love it.
Your own private spa.
It's great. I'm going to show you this, even though we got all kinds of stuff junked under it. But you can slide these doors, take these doors, and they'll actually slide. And they'll slide all the way in. The way we've got this plumbed and everything, it doesn't. But these will slide all the way in, and then you can actually get under it with your wheelchair.
Okay.
So
wow.
That's a pretty cool thing too. Then it's always these handles. The two handles with more that are flappers. So the hospital, they got the big flaps. Well, these are basically sharp-looking flaps. See, they're just nice. So if you don't have the use, you can still.
Yeah, because a lot of times twisting a knob is hard.
You can't do it.
And they get slippery.
Well, even this, look at that. This is, how many times knob,
exactly, handle instead of a knob.
You can use it, you don't have to grip it.
Good.
This is my favorite.
Mine too. He showed me this earlier. I'm going to come this direction first. Well, I'm going to show you this.
Okay.
So this is a remote control that will be controlling all the functions of this commode, toilet. Fancy dancy toilet.
And this was just a seat that we put on this one. But we have the whole toilet. So this one does not do it, but you can have eyes where this thing will automatically come up when you come to it.
Okay.
Okay. If you stand, it will stay there. It'll come up. This will end up coming up too, all by itself. You sit. You go here. It's the heated seat. You can set your temperature. The There's a fan in it that starts up. It's got a, if I turn this on, it'll shoot all over Marylee, it'll end up all wet. So there's a wand that comes out and it'll spray water. So you set your water temperature, you do all this one time.
So it's like a bidet.
It's like a bidet.
It's like a bidet, okay.
Yeah, and it's like several options of how the water works, and you know, and it'll shoot up, or it'll spray out, or it'll move, or it won't. Then it's got a blow dryer on it. So then you just put the button in, the blow dryer comes on. So it's basically hands-free, and you're also, when the toilet paper thing struck, that's when I go, you know what, this is gonna be a deal. Let's put them on. So we put them on, and you know, they say, hey, there's no toilet paper available. We can't find any. Well, we don't care. Here it is. So we're in good shape. This is awesome. This is
so it
awesome.
washes and dries, and then after you're off of this toilet, it does what?
It would close too. I mean, if you
But
get
then,
off,
and it cleans itself,
it cleans
right?
itself.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it cleans itself. It'll come out. It'll take that wand. It's got a little scrubby thing. It cleans it out, and it's just a state-of-the-art deal. We had a doctor. We remodeled his bathroom, and we put in it was a whole toilet. He travels a lot. He was just stopped in here one day. He goes, I just got back from China or wherever the heck he was. And he said, oh man, I hate to go anywhere. I miss my bathroom so much. I love my toilet. You know, he loves his toilet. So that's how good of a toilet it is when you miss your toilet when you leave home.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Toilet.
Are we going
Yeah, let's go over here. Go ahead, I'll show you this, and then we'll go to the kitchen. So this is another way that you can set up your bathroom. See, this is a real low profile. Now this one we've got a door on to show the door, but you can do these with curtains. You can make them any size. I mean, literally any size. And a lot of times we would want a bigger one. But this goes right where your tub comes out. So what's the biggest problem a lot of times people have is getting their leg up and over that edge of that tub. Don't worry about it. You got this. This a lot of times we'll mount a handheld shower one right here. We got a built-in seat, grab bar there. A lot of times we'll have grab bars here too. This is a kind of cool thing. It's
for ladies shaving their
legs there.
Well,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you. I don't know anybody.
I keep them nice and clean. So it's fun. It's just. Let me show you this. This is kind of fun too. Marylee and I were talking earlier, and this is kind of, everybody's pretty familiar with this. That does help you though. If you're down, you get everything at the back of the shelf or at the slide, and you don't find it. So when you got the trays that come out, and these will carry a ton of weight. These big drawers, they're pretty cool too, because we're trying to get as much stuff off of the wall as we can. So there's your knife storage, but then underneath, whatever you want. Slides back. You can bring your plates down. They say it organizes your plates. That's usually a big deal because a lot of times the plates are up and people don't know what to do with them. Then there's that blind corner that everything's back there, you can't get to it, or you put something in there so you don't lose it. Well, it pulls it right out to you. That was way in the back corner. See how that does that? Goes back.
And that's where that thing belongs because you don't use it very often.
Exactly. And the bottom one does it too. I just do it with my foot.
Wow.
So, there's just a lot of little things that make a big thing. Even this is usually you stuff all those trays in. Well, this you pull it out. You can get to what you want, and then you just push it, slide it back in. That's a standard Lazy Susan. These little flip outs don't waste any space in your kitchen. There's a built-in trash. Just things that make your life easier. This is a big one. If you're a baker, you like to cook a lot.
Yeah, I love this.
See this cabinet? Okay, that's got one of those mixers, heavy mixers. You can put whatever you want, but pull it out like that, lock it in. You can actually work on that while it's locked right where it is. You get done, put it away, slide it back in, and bowls and cups.
Oh,
and
your
stuff,
beaters and
all goes
whippers
there.
and.
Yeah. So that's all these little things add up to make it a nicer place to live. We'll come around here. Other things to think about are just ease of maintenance. Things are easier to clean. Like this product here, that when we looked at this is super simple to clean. It's called Nice. It looks really nice. There's 60 some colors of it. It's super easy to take care of. I did a bathroom for a lady, and I was back there 4 months later. You know, she had it finally all
Duded up.
She said, "No, come see it. I got all my pictures up and that." So she's showing me that, and I go, "Man, how you like your shower? It's pretty easy to clean." It was like 4 months later. Well, I haven't really done anything to it. I mean, it looked great. So it really, and we'll put some gel gloss or something on it, just a real easy. It's awesome. Yeah. So it's real easy to take care of. Here's something we do with tile. I mean, here's tile. I love tile. Just more trouble to take care of. You've got the grout. Here's a way to deal with a shower door if you don't like a sliding door. See how this is kind of a little.
Oh.
So you just walk right in. You don't have to.
You're not completely enclosed either.
No.
Yeah.
You get in and then you just pull that back and it won't
Splash.
So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Then we got different grab bars here. That they're all different colors. And they'll match the rest of the hardware in your house or on your cabinets. So.
Yeah, and that's when I was, because I always try and do a little research so I don't sound too stupid.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like, knobs need to be replaced with handles that are easier to grab and easier to pull, or maybe even larger ones.
The big thing is the space behind them.
Right.
You know, because some of these look, you know, they look pretty cool, but they don't have any, you know, you can't hardly get your fingers behind them. You know, you want some now. See, these come out pretty good. So you got more room to get your hands in behind it. They're just a lot easier. And then if you do get knobs, there's knobs that are bigger, wider.
Right. Yeah.
So
excellent.
There's a lot of that kind of stuff that it's pretty easy fix, but it makes a big difference to you. We might as well walk around while we're doing it.
Okay.
It's Halloween, so we got our lady.
Yeah, I know. We got.
Hey, Marylee, how are you? It's good to see you.
Oh, she's got her shield on. Good for her.
Yeah, she's very safe. Yeah.
Well, she'll be social distance. That's
Oh,
nobody
yeah,
wants to be around. Nobody
her.
wants to be around her.
Yeah, there's we turn that on. That's our dance ball when we have big deals down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
More.
Just more stuff.
I wouldn't want to have to choose.
It's
Man,
hard.
It
Hey,
is.
this guy, he's sharp.
Yeah, he's sharp.
He's a nice guy. Hey, how you been doing, buddy? Easy to clean. All this stuff, slick surfaces. These are countertops, easy to clean. Different colors too, make it easier for people to pick up to see if they can see it. You know, some colors are harder to distinguish something.
Oh, I see. The contrast, for the
Yeah.
contrast.
So you want
For
contrast.
for visually impaired, absolutely,
Exactly.
yeah.
And different types of lighting. Here, we'll show you this real quick. That's kind of cool. You can put a little list there.
Oh, yeah.
Hang RDP. It's a place to hang.
Oh my
keep
gosh,
the
look at
things
that.
you usually
Look at
lose.
that teeny little cabinet.
Yeah, teeny tiny.
Oh my gosh.
Heck, we don't even waste. I mean, look at that guy. That's like 3 inches. Look at that.
Oh my. Could that be put lower, upper or lower?
It could be put lower too. Yeah,
Okay.
we can put that on the bottom. All right, I'm gonna show you lights.
Okay.
We talked about lights.
Lights over here? This is where I'm
Yeah,
going?
so-
Okay.
All right. So there's your countertops. Those are areas that are generally hard to see. You get under there and you shade it. Okay, look at this on the floor. That allows you, you know where you're at. At night, that's like a
Wow.
night light. And then look at the countertops. But that gives you that space. If you look at this, you can see what you're doing. So these are a lot of lights, right? But look, see how the countertops are kind of shaded? Look at that. See the difference? It's a big difference. So think about your lighting. So a lot of people don't think about your lighting, but that's a big deal. All right, come on. We'll wander around.
Should we look at that flooring and then,
Yeah, come on.
because I thought that was interesting for outdoor space that you were
This one
talking
here?
about.
Yeah.
They won't be able to see what I can see,
Let's.
but let's talk about it. There, oh, that's much better.
Is that better? Okay. So you can, hopefully you can see that this is smooth. This is smooth flooring. So let's just say it's on a deck, and you can do some of the stuff inside with tile and different things. But let's say somebody that really is visually impaired, whether they've got a cane or one of the what do you call those? The sticks when you're
Yeah, the white.
the white sticks. So you're going across here, you can feel it's smooth. See that? So all of a sudden, if your whole deck's like this, which we're doing right now, you get to the edge or you get to the steps, and all of a sudden you're feeling like that. You know then that you're coming close to the stairs or close to something else. You're feeling a change. Something's changing. From there, that.
Wow.
So those little things. Here's some different grab bars too, Joe brought in and showed here. This is one that goes on by a stool. Here, Jamie, pretend that you're there.
Pretend you're the wall.
Here, I'll be the wall. I'm a good wall. I'm the wall. And Jamie, see that's.
Yeah.
You pull up from that, and you can rest your arm.
So you can do the lift or the pull. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So that's
the lift or the pull.
super handy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I wrecked up my hamstring super bad.
Yes, you did.
And had to get this is like super bad, and I had to be in this hospital bed thing or one of those chairs that I always made fun of that flips people up and out of the chair.
Exactly.
I used to make fun of that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at that. That's
Not
so
anymore.
Now I thought, God, that's the greatest thing ever. Isn't it funny how that changes? When you're younger, you make fun of the stuff that you end up being, you know? So that was super good though.
I love that.
Here's this is the same kind of an operation where this will go next to it. And a lot of times you'll use this one in the shower, but that gives you your
Leverage to stand
up
and the leverage
your
to
pull. Show us your pull technique. There, see that pull technique? Yeah. But it also has a little bit of gripping here, so it's not just flat, so you're not going to slide off of it.
Wow.
These are seats. These are seats that will fold up and down. You can see how the legs come up and
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
So we can add those 2 showers. But here's something else about lighting. See that?
Ah.
Turns on. So you come in. It'll come on when you come into that room. Then these are just more samples. And Caroline, I said, Caroline was complaining she needed a place to hang stuff. I said, Caroline, you go back and put blue tape where you want us to put stuff at.
Okay.
So she put blue tape. But so this room, you can see there's some ambient lighting, but it's just different kinds of light. And then these are on dimmers.
I didn't even know this space was back here,
This is
Chuck.
a cool space. And then there's your big light. This is a vinyl plank floor. That's the big deal anymore. Vinyl plank, we're doing way more of that than we are wood. Super easy to take care of. No seams in it, so it's smooth. It's great for dogs or kids or dragging things across. I mean, we get a lot of people back in here, and it's held up extremely well. But look at the colors. All different colors. Let me show you another one. Just fire on here. You can get fireplaces with remotes too. So you want to flip the fireplace on, hit the remote, and it'll turn on. I don't have the remote with me, but
It's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh.
so here's some more of that floor.
Wait.
That works.
Here's a pinball machine.
I think it works. There you go.
not a busy day.
Yeah. This is we call this the pub. There it goes. But see, all these differences in colors. Here's another one.
So if someone had some visual issues, having contrast, a little bit of contrast would be helpful, yeah.
And then this is the floor. You think it's ceramic tile, it's not. It's a vinyl, but it's got a grout in it that's super easy to take care of. And it's much smoother. But it's got grip to it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you want. You want some grip to it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, that's that. And there you go. Look at that. Yeah, we work
crazy.
Super hard here. Yeah. Then we do other stuff. You know, we do some and there we go.
Okay, I want to follow you.
All right. I'll turn it. I'll just turn it off.
Anybody watching have any quick questions before we wrap up? So far, Chuck Jones, the other Chuck, has said he wants just about everything you've shown.
Yeah, I know. You know what's good, fun for us too, is that it's fun for us to do this work for people, and then they're so happy, they just love you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a
Well,
great job.
you're making their life better.
Oh yeah. Now think about this too. A lot of problems are at doors, and they're too tiny, too small. But there are times, like going into some of the hallways in some of these older homes, you can't as easily get a 3-foot door swinging into some of those bathrooms. But we need a 3-foot door. We really want it. We can take and put a barn door on the hallway side. We got a little bit of room next to it. Slide it over, and they got the full doorway to go into, because it's flat. They don't be flat, because you do lose. You know, on doorways, you lose that little bit of area. Sure. Where it opens. You know, the door stops. So if we can get rid of that by that barn door, that helps too. And they're easy to work. Don't do that. You know, there's a lot of poor installations that we get to go fix. People, they may even use perfectly good material, but they screwed up the way they put it in. So people get, people a lot of times don't spend enough money, and they get a bad job. And they spend it twice. And they go to tear it out. So then they've spent it twice. Whether if they'd have done it right the first time, it might have cost them more, but it saved them money and they're happier. We've torn off whole room additions. That was crazy. The stuff that we see is amazing.
Well, okay. I think we've covered.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Oh,
more,
yeah.
I mean, I could go on, but I mean, think about even sometimes getting your drinks and stuff low. You know, I mean, just little stuff. Like, yeah. So you can get to that, and then it lights up. So the access there, you can actually see what's in there. You can get that while you're in a wheelchair or something. It's just, wow. It's just easy. Anyhow,
so I've had a request for you to repeat your company, where you're located, for those who are local.
I thought dance and sing was going to be the request.
And no, I would never ask you to dance or sing.
You do a fair job at that.
I'm sure you could.
You're
better at talking.
Yeah, that's true. Poor at shutting up, but good at talking. Yeah. My name is Chuck Gabbert. My company is CT Gabbert, Remodeling and Construction, and we're at MacArthur. Oh, and there's my phone. Wow. We're at MacArthur and Adams in Peoria. So it's 1323 Southwest Adams, right on the corner. We've got a really cool art park out here. If you haven't been here, come here. Because we've got all these beautiful murals on the side of the building. We've got sculpture on the corner, and we've got, heck, even our darn garage doors.
And tire planters. Painted tire planters. I noticed those today.
And for people that know what an MG is, we've got an old MG on the corner. We call him Milt, because that's his MG. Milt Green is his official name. But that gets painted up with different things on it, and we've, so far until the flowers get frozen out, we've got some really great looking flowers coming out of the trunk.
I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to go live when I walk out the door, and I'm going to just do a really quick 90 seconds of what's outside here as well.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Because I think any local people, just, you know, everybody wants to get out. We're sick and tired of being shut in, and you can just come down here. It's not going to be a big crowd. Wander around, look at some things, and get a little fresh air and a little breeze on your cheeks.
Get an appreciation. I'll tell you what, if you, it's one thing to drive by, and when I get people call, I mean, just perfect strangers call us and say, thanks for doing that. I love it. It's great. That's the coolest thing ever. I'm glad you guys did that. And that's awesome. But if you get a chance to stop.
Well, can you come out with me? Let's
Sure,
close up this one, and I'll put my stuff in the car, and we're gonna wrap up this particular video, and then we're gonna start again and do a couple minutes outside, because I think it's really worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah, it is.
So.